Shane, what up? We checking out the stream, see how we looking. We starting shortly, making sure everything look good. How everybody doing, man? Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Nick Moses. What up, y'all? Dap me up, hairy knuckles and all. We're going to go ahead and turn down the sound. As we're looking at the streams, we should be vertical and landscape. Both streams are looking okay right now, all right? What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Burn up the damn chat. We got a hot, fiery show today, okay? If we are having any issue with sound, picture, anything, I want you to burn up the chat and let us know. We have a very important show. We are growing at a rapid rate. For those who do not know, we are live across multiple platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. We're everywhere right now. So if you are typing in the chat, I should be able to see all the chats. We do have TikTok live monitor, which is separate, but all the other chats will be integrated. How's everybody doing? I see Shane all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Shane, when you come to the States, holla at your boy. We're going to go ahead and do the thug dizzle. My man Furry, what's going on? Dap me up, Furry. How are you doing? We got an amazing show today, okay? We have an amazing show. I want everybody to tune in. Sound is great. That's what we need to hear. So without further ado, let's get straight into our first topic. Now, for those who do not know, this is Gaming Gone Wild. Gaming Gone Wild is a segment that we have started long ago, but we cover crimes around video games. Today we have a lot of different stories. We have fathers leaving their children in the car. We have cheaters from esports who are arrested. We have a lot of different stories going on today on Gaming Gone Wild. So I thank everybody for tuning in. If you can, like, share out the content. Without further ado, let's get into our first topic. This one is nasty work, y'all. Nasty work. I cannot say nothing else. You can see the video on screen now as the lady gives her details. Disgusting, despicable. What else can I say? Imagine walking into a GameStop to sell a couple games. And while you're inside, police are outside breaking into your car to save your kids. Just imagine that. Well, that's exactly what happened in Florida, okay? And the body cam footage makes this one a lot worse. You can see the gentleman on screen. Officers in Port St. Lucie responded to a call just before 5 p.m. after someone in a parking lot heard children screaming from inside a car. When they got there, they found two toddlers, just 1 and 2 years old. They were strapped into their seats alone, sweating, faces red, clearly overheating. Clearly. All right? And right away, you can tell this isn't just one of those like quick mistake situations, like something accidentally happened. No. Because as they start looking into it, they realize the car isn't running. And there's no air conditioning going on at all. This is Florida, remind you. So now you got two toddlers sitting in a parked car in Florida heat, no airflow, no cooling, nothing. And the longer this goes on, the more dangerous it gets. Because even at 80 degrees outside, the inside of a car can shoot up to 100 very quickly. Minutes. And kids that young will not regulate heat like adults do. It can get serious very fast. Meanwhile, they locate the father, and he's inside the GameStop. Yes, the father is inside the GameStop. Now, guys, let me know if you've done that before. Have you ever left your children inside the car while you were inside of a GameStop? But this father was inside the GameStop and not grabbing something real quick, okay? So usually, hey, I'm grabbing a game. Maybe I had a pickup or something like that. This is not the case. He's not running in and out. He's actually there selling video games. And when he comes back out, he tells officers he was gone for only 7 minutes. But a witness at the scene actually told the real deal. The witness at the scene says it was closer to 15 to 20 minutes. And I don't know if you've ever done a trade-in at GameStop, but you already know that is not a fast process. We've been in line watching it, okay? It takes time. They got to look up stuff in the computer. That takes time. Then the moment hits that really defines the situation, okay? The officer looks at him and goes, "So video games are worth more than your kid's life?" And it just gets quieter from there. It's weird, okay? Then shortly after, what do we discover? Now it comes out that he knew the AC in the car was broken. And he still left them in there anyway. No fans, no water, nothing to cool them down, just two kids sitting in a car that's basically a mini oven. Even beyond that, he tells them that he is planning to drive about 30 minutes more, still with no air conditioning. This man is taking a trip across towns with no damn air conditioning. What is going on in his head? I want to be fair. One of the witnesses did say he looked overwhelmed. Young dad, maybe struggling, trying to handle everything at once. But I don't give a damn, okay? Real shit happens to people every day. I don't care what you're going through. Those children did not ask to be born. Ask. People say it's ask. So those children didn't deserve this to be sitting in a car for this long. But this is one of those situations where Being overwhelmed, in my mind, doesn't change the risk. It doesn't change a damn thing. Even officers said on the scene, this seems like something they deal with often. And more often than people think. People leave their kids in the car all the time while they're running into the store. Sometimes those kids don't make it back, unfortunately, home. They don't. That's the truth. Luckily, in this case, both children, the 1-year-old and the 2-year-old, strapped in the car seat, were treated by fire rescue and ended up being okay. They were released to a family member, okay? Let's just get that clear, to a family member. And the father was arrested and charged with 2 counts of child neglect. When you really break this down, this comes to a decision, because once you know your car don't got air conditioning and you still leave 2 toddlers inside knowing the risk, I don't know how I can feel for you anymore, okay? Because even for a few minutes, it's not a mistake anymore, okay? You should be like peeping out, looking out, okay, let me roll the window down, let me open up, let me take them out. And I understand they're 2 toddlers, and I'm a father. I do understand how it's like. I'm a father of twins, for those who do not know. So imagine having to take out 2 babies at the same time. 2 toddlers at the same time. You got to do it. You got to do it, man. No excuses. I'm not allowing it. Ender, how are you doing? So I got to ask this. Before we move on, I got to ask. Because this is where people always split on this. Is there ever an acceptable amount of time to leave your kid in the car? I gotta ask, is there ever an acceptable amount of time to leave your kid in the car, or is it just something you never risk at all? I need to hear it. In my mind, you don't risk it at all, right? You don't risk it at all, because it could be someone breaking the window, taking your child. It could be someone just thinking, hey, this is the car of someone else, and start shooting it up, and your children are in there. Right? You could have protected them. It's just so many different variations of situations that can happen. Without further ado, this gentleman has been released. So he's probably out, and he is with his children now. This happened a while ago, but it's starting to make its rounds again. I believe CBS covered it a few months ago, but the body cam footage has just dropped in full. So you're going to hear a lot of people talking about it. But we're one of the first, all right, to actually cover it in detail. So I want to hear, there's never a time I could never. So we got a never. There's never a time you leave your child in the car. Okay, not even for nothing. Let's give some scenarios here. Let's say your child is in the car, but you simply have to run into your relative's house to grab a package from them. Is that okay to leave your child in the car while you run to the door and back? Or do you have the relative meet you outside? I believe the relative meets you outside. And I think that's how it should be. That's just me. I want to hear how everyone else feels on this, because this is a very touchy subject. A father was arrested and actually didn't, I don't know if the children were released to him. They said a family member, but us fathers here, us gamers, my man was going to GameStop selling games. I don't know if it was for cash or not. I can't say that. But if it was for money, he has no air conditioning. He's planning on driving 30 minutes. We may be talking about a gentleman who's living a rough life, who has a lot of struggles he's dealing with. So I don't want to put too much on him already. But it ain't no excuse. They too damn young. 1 and 2 is just too young. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next story, yo. I told you, we got a lot of hot ones today, so we got to get to it. And yes, we are going to talk about Tokyo Girl, Southeast Asia. She has been arrested, and you can see her members of her team crying right now. They are telling their side of the story of what they had to deal with during this esports tournament. And I want to go ahead and give everyone the full story. So you always hear people say, it's just a game, man. It's just a game. But what happens when cheating in a video game actually gets you arrested and landed in jail? Well, that's exactly what happened to a professional esports player out of Thailand, okay? The situation gets way deeper than someone just using a damn cheat code. All right, let's get that straight. This is not someone using a cheat code. It's not that. So, a 29-year-old esports competitor known as Tokyo Girl was arrested and charged after investigators discovered, drum roll, she didn't even play in one of her own matches during the Southeast Asian Games. You heard me correct. Yes, she didn't even play. Y'all, she had someone taking control of her computer playing the entire time. Nasty work. She allegedly, we're going to say allegedly, had someone else, an experienced semi-pro player, log in and play for her remotely. Now, I want you to think about that for a second, okay? Please, just take a second. Now, think about it for a second. This isn't ranked online, all right? You're not at home, bro. You're not at home, man. This isn't some casual tournament at your local city cul-de-sac, right? This is the damn SEA Games. Southeast Asia Games, bro. We're talking about national level competition. Players representing their country. Imagine that for the U.S. We would be disgusted. And the way they caught her, it wasn't random either, okay? I can't even believe she even did this. Officials started noticing multiple login attempts tied to her account right before a match. So it's right before a match they started noticing. They're watching all of these things. So they're seeing, why is there multiple login attempts? We're going to take a closer look. And when they dug deeper, they found chat records showing that the two were communicating during the competition. They were actually going back and forth discussing what they were going to do. And that's when everything started to unravel. This Southeast Asian esports team has to deal with this disaster. From there, investigators say she shared her login credentials, used unauthorized software, and had him essentially take over and play the entire damn game on her behalf. We call that, or it's known in the gaming world as ghosting. Okay? Now, if that wasn't enough, we're not done. Okay? I can't believe this just goes way beyond what I thought. When police searched their place, they found digital evidence on their phones confirming everything that happened. Yes, it confirmed what happened. The other player eventually admitted he was the one playing. They got it all right there. Wow. Damn. So, now here's where the story takes a turn that a lot of people might not expect. Okay, you might not expect. I got to throw a little curveball in there. They didn't just result in a disqualification. No. That wouldn't be enough. She was expelled from the tournament. Her entire team withdrew from the competition. Yes, and some of these players play their entire year or 2 years, who knows how long. But her entire team withdrew from the competition. Both players were hit with lifetime bans from esports. Yes, lifetime. All right. And on top of that, they were charged under Thailand's computer crime laws. Holy hell. We can't get no worse. Yes, this is true. They were charged under Thailand's computer crime laws. And guess what? It didn't stop there. No, it didn't stop there. A court initially sentenced them to 6 months in prison, but they later reduced it to 3 months detention, along with fines, of course. You're going to pay up some money. But authorities said this didn't just break tournament rules, it actually damaged the credibility of esports and the country's image, which they take esports very seriously. A lot of Southeast Asian players are even here in the States, and I've seen them at Midwest Battleground, and they're representing, they're serious. So I could imagine being at Southeast Asia Games and have this happen in your, oh man, yeah, Tokyo girl, you're going to face something, all right? But I want everybody to let that sink in. Cheated in a game and got 3 months in jail, okay? You cheated in a video game and now you got a criminal record. You cheated in a video game, now you got to fill out your resume different. Like, that's crazy. Bro, you cheated in a video game, job opportunities gone. Like, now to be fair, she denied cheating at first, okay? So we want to give some allegedlys in there and all that. She did deny cheating at first, even saying she would have won anyway. All right? She would have won anyway, even without having him take over. But once the evidence came out and the confession was there, it was pretty much over at that point, sister girl. And this is where things get interesting for the bigger picture, okay? Bigger picture. I like to look at bigger picture things. A lot of things that haven't been discussed. This shows how far esports have come, bro. I just want everybody to take a second and think how far esports have come. It used to just be a game. It used to just be where you put your password in. You know what I'm saying? We're getting to the point where now if you cheat in an esports competition, you possibly could be facing jail time. They do not play that shit. And I hope in the States here, we start taking esports serious. You know what I'm saying? I know people, it's just a game, Nick. It's a nah. When it comes to that cheating shit online, we get for real with it. We get for real with it, okay? I don't care if you do your little, you know, you got your own little sandbox going on and you cheating, do your thug dizzle, but not over here. So we're no longer in an era where cheating just gets you banned or suspended. When you're competing at that level, you're representing a country playing in an international event, okay? An international event cannot be taken lightly. It should be treated like traditional sports. Real rules, real consequences, right? You will really go to jail time. You cheat in baseball, you go to jail. You cheat in football, you go to jail. You cheat in basketball, you go to jail. Well, guess what? Esports is going to be taken like a real sport, and you will go to jail. And honestly, this might be one of those moments that changes how seriously people take competitive gaming moving forward. Okay? Because if you're willing to risk it, jail time and all, just to win, that tells me how high the stakes really are. That's just what it tells me. So now, before we move on, you know, I always got to end and ask a question. I got to ask this. I got to ask. Do you think the punishment for this situation is just? Do you think this punishment is overblown? Do you think it's too much? I want to know. Burn it up in the comments. We're going to go ahead and I want to move on to the next one. Tokyo girl, I'm just going to say this last before we move on. You got to understand that having someone take over your game is a next level cheat. Like, okay, little cheat code. Maybe you had, you know, some auto aim and stuff. That's cheating, but you're taking it within having someone take over your game. Like, you're not going to be caught. It's just next level stupidity. I'm going to be honest. It's just next level stupidity. I don't think people understand the tracking levels that goes behind networking. It's very easy too. It's not difficult. Like, it's not difficult. So it's just very funny. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to the next story. All right. So I told you we got such an amazing show. It's a hot show today. I told you we got a lot of stuff going on. And yes, a game store was robbed. Twice in one day, bro. You cannot make this up. Imagine closing your business for the final time, right? You're locking the doors. You're saying goodbye, you know, to a place you built, right? And then overnight, it gets robbed. Not once, but twice. That's exactly what happened to a game store out in Fresno, and the timing of this makes it hit even harder. Blue Shell Gaming and Collectibles. They had just wrapped up their final day at one of its locations, right? So they got one of its locations. Hey, we're wrapping up our final day, guys. Woo, great job, high five. Woo-hoo, all right. Everything was supposed to end on a high note. Customers coming through, you know, money flowing. You're getting those last sales, closing things out the right way, you know. Instead, later that same night, everything flipped. Around 4:30 in the morning, the first group breaks in. They get inside, start going through display cases, taking whatever they can, okay? Pokemon cards, consoles, anything with value. Okay, anything with value. Then about 40 minutes later, a second group shows up. Yes, 40 minutes later, a second group. They could whisper to somebody, hey, yo, we stole over there. And another group comes. But here's the part that makes the story different. They didn't even have to break in the same way because the first group left the back door open. And the second group just walked right in. So the second group just go, oh, man, let's go on in here. Oh, man, this is cool. Nice. I like this. And they continue where everything left off. You can't make this shit up, bro. So now you got two separate crews, two separate gangs. Yeah, I'm going to call them gangs, man. All right. Two separate, posses hitting the same store back to back in the same night. It's like its own unplanned free-for-all. I'm going to be honest. It's like an unplanned free-for-all. But by the time owners even realized what happened, it was already done. Thousands of dollars in merchandise gone. Ain't no getting that back. It's gone. Everything. I'm talking about everything. They had retro systems, Game Boys, Nintendo 64s. You know that stuff it's a lot of money. PS4s, Xbox Ones, Nintendo Switches, you name it. They had it in there. And for some reason, they didn't catch on right away. So I want people to know, if you're into collecting, you should already know those Pokemon cards alone can be worth serious money. When you're closing down a shop, take those out, please. Don't leave them in the shop. Why are you leaving them in the shop? Depending on what was taken, we're talking a lot of money, bro. The part that stands out the most to me isn't even what was stolen. It's when it happened. It's the last day. Yo, this was the last day at their location, bro. The last day. It's almost like, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to put my Negro ghetto hat on real quick. I'm going to be honest. If it's me and it's my last day and I'm shutting down business, I'm going to be honest. It's an inside job. Somebody told that we were closing down and they said nobody's going to be there. Nobody's going to care. Somebody snitched. You need to start looking at the people closest to that business. And then they went back the second time. It's an inside job. Okay, I believe so. I'm going to say allegedly, okay? But they were already in the process of closing down and merging into other stores. They really were trying to end things on a positive note, and instead, this is how it goes. I don't like it to go out like that. One of the managers even said straight up, it's disheartening seeing people go after small businesses like this, because they don't do the big businesses like this. Because the big businesses got more money for security and cameras, but they ain't hitting up all the Walmarts and, all the grocery stores like that. They're hitting up small businesses, especially when you're already closing your doors. And that's really the bigger picture here. That's really the bigger picture. Because game stores like this, these aren't big corporations, guys. These are small businesses built around the community. They built for places like, or people, I should say, like me and you. That's what they're built for. We need a store nearby. They build one nearby. Okay? That's it. They're built for the culture, the collectors, the gamers, everybody coming in and out every day. And when something like this happens, it doesn't just hit inventory. It hits everything they built. It hits the community. It hits everyone around. Everyone gets affected. Now, on the flip side, okay, police in Fresno have actually been stepping up the efforts, okay, to combat retail theft. I ain't gonna act like Fresno ain't been stepping up, okay? They got a specialized team they threw together that's already helped reduce a lot, okay? They've already recovered millions of dollars in stolen merchandise. So Fresno is actively working to catch these certain things. It is a big thing, all right? They are actively trying to combat it, but clearly it's situations like this still happening. So I'm gonna just say Fresno, that's another thing. But the way this one played out with two different groups hitting up the same store within minutes of each other, let's be honest. Can we be honest, y'all? I think it's an inside job. Come on, man. It's an inside job. You got two different groups hitting the same store within minutes of each other when it's an opportunity, bro. They seized an opportunity. It was just an opportunity after an opportunity after an opportunity. One opportunity of it closing, another opportunity of seeing it closing. We can go ahead and get something. Then another opportunity of somebody say, oh, you got something? I can get something, right? So now I got to ask the question. Do you think situations like this are bad luck and timing? Or do you think it's something bigger, like an inside job? I'm just saying. That's up to y'all. All right? I hope they get caught too. I hope they get caught too. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. We're moving along good. I thank everybody. We got quite a few tuning in from multiple platforms. Thank you all for tuning in. If you can, hit the like and share out the content. We do appreciate it. And, you know, it's going to help the content continue to grow, and we can bring more episodes. Hopefully, we can bring more throughout the week. We get more analytics, and the analytics are growing, so it's leaning towards that. So I thank you guys. So just continue. Thank you. But this one right here, you can, I want to see if I can move it on screen, because for the vertical, for everyone that's watching from the vertical view, they may not be able to see. So let me see if I can help you guys. So, okay. All right. So the vertical view, there you go. You might be able to see a little better. So anyone tuning in from YouTube on the vertical view or on TikTok on vertical view, you should be able to see the individuals. But it's at the top right of the screen. It's very small. But you ever look at a Pokemon card and think like, man, that's worth some money, right? But not that people are out here committing to actual crimes over it. Well, that's exactly what just happened in Florida. All right. This one turns into way more than just a simple theft. This actually takes Pokemon card theft, you know, a little more deeper. Now, usually we talk about these, and when we talk about these, it's usually a bunch of guys breaking in and taking thousands of dollars of merchandise. That's usually what it is every single time. This time it's not. 2 men were arrested after stealing a rare Pokemon card valued at just over $1,000 from, guess what? A local card shop. The card was a Mega Gengar EX. All right? It's one of those high-end collectibles that serious collectors know. They know it can go for some real money. Okay? But the way they pulled this off was straight out of a movie. Believe me. They walk into the store together. One of them distracts the clerk and keeps the conversation going. It's real smooth. We actually, and we have the individuals, and for those in the vertical view, you might not see the individuals. We're going to switch it back so you can see the individuals on screen. But they're very slick, and if you watch it very closely, you can see it on screen right there. So they walk into the store together, they walk into the store together. One of them distracts the clerk and keeps the conversation going, holds the attention. And while that's happening, the other one goes straight to the display case, grabs the card, and they both walk out like nothing happened. Clean, quick, and planned. And clearly planned. These gentlemen were smooth. Smooth operator. They were very smooth. Now, at first, you might think, okay, smash and grab, right? Okay, they got away with it. Bang, bang, boom. No. Detectives start digging into it and realize this wasn't their first time. They were linked to another similar theft earlier that same month at a different card shop. So now this isn't random anymore. This is a pattern. They're starting to notice these 2 gentlemen are smooth. So authorities move in, pick up the first suspect, and then they start tracking down the second one. This is where the story takes a turn, so I want y'all to listen close. The second suspect wasn't just wanted for this case. No, he wasn't just wanted for this case. He already had an outstanding warrant for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and domestic violence. I will repeat. The second suspect wasn't just wanted for this case. He already had an outstanding warrant for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and domestic violence in a completely separate situation. So what started as a Pokemon card theft now suddenly connects to something way bigger. Now it leads them to a way bigger trail of other things. So detectives locate him at a residence in Tampa. They set up surveillance, and when he tries to avoid them, guess what they do? They move in and take him into custody. Of course. I don't know what he's thinking, all right? Both suspects are now facing grand theft charges tied to this stolen card, okay? And you all might be seeing it on screen now. For the vertical viewers, once we have the pictures on screen of the individuals, I'll see if I can move it over for you, all right? So, if you really take a step back and look at this, it shows just how different gaming culture is today. Pokemon cards went from being collectibles to, hey, I'm cool, man. I got the latest Pikachu, to now they're assets. To real criminals can get together and like really make money. You've got cards worth thousands of dollars, sometimes worth more. Now you got people running distraction plays in stores. Hut, hut, blue 42, set, hut. They're running distraction plays in stores. This is not random behavior, guys. That's calculated. But now both of them are sitting in jail over the single Gengar card. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can move this over on screen now so you individuals can see who they are. Okay, this is going to move it over a little bit better. Now you can see them. Okay, so if you're on a vertical view, you should be able to see these individuals. All right, these are the two individuals right there, front facing. These guys are smooth, and they did it all for a Gengar GX, bro. Like, seriously. So I want to ask this. At what point do collectibles stop being just a hobby, bro? Like, at what point? Like, you start getting them and then you go, hey, I can make some real. Like, do you go into it making money? Do you go into it as a hobbyist, collector? Like, how does it go? Because right now, it seems like people are willing to risk it all for a biscuit. I'm just saying. And that, y'all, is gaming gone wild. Smashed it, y'all. We killed it. I'm telling you, this whole entire show is flaming hot today, y'all. I'm telling you. You see it right now. And we got a lot of people tuning in. I see y'all all over different platforms. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you can, share out the content, like the content, dap me up, Harry Knuckles, and all. Burn up the damn chat. I see DJC Money. We got there. We got a shout out to the ladies. We got the ladies in the chat, too. We want to shout out everybody, man. We want to shout out everybody, okay? But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, all right? We got to get straight into it. Smoking hot show, man. We can't play around with it. Yes, this one might hurt our pirates. We got a lot of pirates that are going to be hurt by this. Shout out to my pirates, man. For those who do not know, this platform, we started out making a lot of Nintendo Switch videos, a lot of Xbox videos, a lot of PlayStation videos that revolved around modding your Nintendo Switch and playing backups of games. Some people might refer to it as pirating. I wasn't pirating. I was simply playing backups. Okay. But anyways, one of the biggest sources of pirated VR games, a group known as VRPirates, has officially shut down after getting hit with legal action from Meta. It is official. And a lot of you may know VRPirates. Some of you may not, okay? But this wasn't some small operation flying under the radar. VRPirates, how could I put this? This was pretty much the main pipeline for people getting Quest games for free. There was no other pipeline for getting these games for free. VRPirates ran everything. It was everywhere. Telegram groups, Discord groups, everywhere. Now, what they were doing was cracking paid VR titles, removing the system that checks if you actually own the game, right? That's what they were thinking. And then right after that, they're then distributing those games through a tool called Rookie Sideloader. Some may still be using that tool today. This wasn't complicated either. You plug in your headset, click a few buttons, and suddenly you got access to every single Quest game, it seems like. A massive library of games that you've never paid for. This is true. This is true. We're talking about everything, y'all, from smaller indie titles, those little teeny tiny indie titles, right? All the way up to major titles like Beat Saber, which, by the way, is owned by Meta. This is where a lot of this kick in. Yo, shout out my man Davis. David. Shout out David. I see you there. Devin, what's up? Dap me up. Harry Knuckles and all. See y'all in the chat, man. Go ahead, light up, burn this up. Can y'all share the content? My dogs, okay? This is a hot one, too. We got a lot to discuss on this one, man. But Beat Saber's owned by Meta. So that's where this whole situation gets really worse. It actually is where it really starts because they were fine until you started messing with Beat Saber, similar to how Nintendo does when you start messing with Mario. Because once Meta's legal team got involved and issued a DMCA takedown, it was basically over. That's it. VR Pirates did not put up a fight. Even the developers behind VR Pirates admitted it themselves. They said Meta was completely within their rights. They understand. And if they pushed back, it would have turned into a legal battle that they weren't going to win. They weren't going to win. They said it themselves. They were not going to win. So instead, they shut everything down, man. That's it. Servers are offline. Downloads gone. No more hosting. No more updates. No more donations. They don't even want donations. Okay? Just like that. Gone. The biggest public source of VR piracy disappears overnight. I don't think a lot of people understand seriousness behind this. And here's the part that makes this bigger than just another piracy site takedown, right? Because usually that's what everybody say. Oh, it's just another site being taken down. There really wasn't a second place. A lot of different scenes have backup places that you can go to get games. And I don't want to make everything like it's about pirating. There are people who want to test games before they play them. There are people who don't even want to, really do anything but test on the game. That's true. It's not a lot, but there are a few. But there's no second place. VR Pirates is it, bro. That is it. VR Pirates wasn't just a one of many. You know what I mean? It was the main one, which means a lot. It means a lot, bro. Like, for a lot of people, especially in the Quest community, this is basically just wipes out the entire public piracy scene in one move. Like, for a person that started their whole channel on things like modding your system and playing these games, it's crazy. You can already see the divide right now. If you go to Reddit and places of how people are reacting on it, I understand. I'm actually on both sides too, right? I'm on both sides. I'm actually leaning more on the side of I'm glad it's gone, which is it's a weird feeling. It's very, I don't know. It's crazy. On one side, you got developers celebrating. Right there, developers are celebrating this, trust me. Why would they not? Why would they not? Because for years they've been stating piracy is hurting their sales. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, developers crying piracy hurting their sales, but it's different on the Quest. It's very different on that platform. When it comes to Meta and that store for the Quest, it is very different. It's not the same. A developer makes a game for the Quest. If it's pirated, that really hurts their sales. Some even claim that for every one copy sold, there were at least 4 downloads happening in the background for every one game sold. That's what the developers are stating. So 1 to 4. So somebody's pirating the game 4 times when it's being bought 1 time. And I want people to understand, and I don't know if I should get deeper into this because I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to do it now. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. What the hell? This is a fire show today. I've used VR Pirates, and I haven't used them probably in, man, I can't tell you how long, right? It's been like 6 months. I'm going to be honest. Probably like 6 months since I used them. I use VR Pirates because I actually had quite a few games, and there was some games that would not update. I had issues, okay? So I originally got into VR Pirates to update my games. Wink, wink. Okay? I got to preface this with something. All right? Y'all got to leave me alone. I got to preface this with something. All right? But nonetheless, this is the way it works. When you actually hook it up, it sees what games are installed on your device. It asks, do you want to share? And I hope I say ask, right? Because people say that, but nonetheless. So when you connect your Quest and you're running VR Pirate software, or I'll just say running Rookie Sideloader, you plug it in, it sees all the software that's on there. So it says, hey, you have Beat Saber. Hey, you have, painting game. Hey, you have this. Do you want to share it? What do you think people are doing? It's already checked automatically. So people are hitting yes. So automatically what they were doing is they set up a system to where everyone who had purchased games legally were then uploading their games even if they used it one time. and uploading all their games into the VRPirates system. It was an amazing system, I can tell you. So imagine you're doing it all the time and you're constantly using it. Imagine your paid game gets an update. You now give VRPirates the latest version of the game. This system was made beautifully. So let's talk about the other side. You've got users saying this changes nothing, that piracy isn't going nowhere. It's just going to move more underground, become even harder to track, maybe even more risky. Okay? Rookie Sideloader's still out there. VRPirates themselves even warned people about it. They basically told their community, be careful who you trust next, because not every group is going to be as safe and as organized as they were, which I totally agree. Every other group not going to care about your damn feelings like that. They might put some piracy in there. They might put something in there to steal your information. And that right there might be the most important part of the whole story. That is why we needed them. Because it isn't just about piracy, it's about control. They controlled everything and it was safe. Well, guess what? Meta now controlling everything, damn it. Meta clearly has shifted its focus towards protecting its developers. Let's just say that is the best way. It also has started treating the Quest more like a true gaming platform. You know, they were moving it, which I think they should have done a long time ago, but there is a lot of hope into like certain apps in Meta, because people want to have, you know, a business room where they have multiple TVs and they have multiple desks and they can do a lot of different things without having to have that space being taken up, right? So now they can see videos and different things playing in the background of TVs that they don't actually have. Yes, this is real, can be done. Okay, so this is a tough one. I'm on both sides of the fence with it. But at the same time, you know, history shows us another group will come up, y'all. It ain't the end. Let's just keep it real. Rookie Sideloader is out there. Piracy has always been a game of whack-a-mole. And one platform goes down, another comes up. Another Discord will show, another thing. So we don't have to worry about it. But for now, it is the biggest hit to VR piracy ever. I think single-handedly, this is probably one of the biggest piracy takedowns ever. And I won't even say takedown. We're going to say one of the biggest piracy shutdowns ever. Because Meta was within their right. The moment Meta did it, they stepped back and said, we're out. I got to respect that. So, let's ask everybody here, do y'all think this actually stops VR piracy? I'm asking y'all. Do y'all think it really stops it, or do we push it into the shadow realms? Do we push it into the nether realm? Okay, what are we doing? Are we pushing it to Outworld? Is that what we doing? And we just gonna keep running in Outworld? Because right now I know there's a site, I don't even want to put it out there, all right? But I think it's like vrtour.ru or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that's it. And you could download a lot of these games. The website out there, I just seen it. I just typed it up and seen it. It's just, you can search it. Everybody can search it. Right? All right, Devin says hell no. Devin says hell no. Devin, I'm with you. It don't stop nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop nothing, man. It's going to keep the gang moving, man. It's just going to keep the gang together, man. That's all it's going to do, man. Keep the gang together, man. Let's go ahead. It's going to keep the gang together. It's going to bring them tighter. Hey, the more you try to divide the community, the closer they get together. You know what I mean? Brothers in arms. Brothers in war. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Like I said, we got a hot and spicy show today. We got to move on. But last but not least, before I move on to that next one, I do want to say this. VR Pirates, I want to say thank you for everything you brought to the piracy community. You know what I'm saying? I know this from one, you know, hey, I ain't going to say one pirate to another. I almost slipped up. Nah, but this coming from one homie to another, right? Thank you, man, for everything you brought. It was very easy. You could hook your Quest up. All the games were right there. You can see videos, trailers of the games. You got reviews. You can see the size of the game. I got to try a lot of games before I purchased them. Yes, I did purchase games because of you. You are the reason why I purchased some of these games, because what happens is if you're playing the game there, you want to play online with other people. So I didn't have to purchase the game. Painting VR. I can go on and on of different games that you helped me purchase. Thank you. Thank you, VR Pirates. Dap me up, hairy knuckles and all. And whatever sound I give to you is the sound you're going to get. There they go. We gave it to them, man. They got that wolf pack. No, they got the NWO. I don't think that was the wolf pack. That was NWO. We got to specify on that. You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know, shout out my boy Ricky Sosa, man. If y'all know Ricky Sosa, y'all need to get up on Ricky Sosa, man. Bang, bang. Sosa. Watch, just look up Ricky Sosa, man. Check him out over in France, man. He came to TNA, came to the States. You know what I'm saying? Your boy ain't I don't be watching wrestling like that. I don't be watching wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch wrestling. I don't know nothing about it. Anyways, look, you got to quickly get off there. So, this is back in my day, y'all. I like to do this because for y'all young whippersnappers, y'all don't know, and for us old folks, man, we like to kick knowledge to the young folks, right? So back in my day, if your game didn't work, you didn't restart anything or check your internet, okay? Guess what you did? You grabbed that cartridge and you blew into it. For your life. Yes, you blew into that cartridge like your life depended on it. And you put it back in and you crossed your fingers and you hoped it worked. You hope it finally loaded. And the crazy part is we all believed that worked. It felt like real science, y'all. We thought we was doing something. You know what I mean? We really thought we was doing something. Everybody had their own technique too. I seen the short burst. I seen somebody go like this. Right? I see... No lie. I seen somebody. I seen the dude. You got the long one, right? You got the. They do it long, man. They do all types of spit across the. Yo, you see, it's just crazy, right? And you got the one kid who somehow always got the game to work, and he had the magic touch. You always had the one, right? He was like, "Watch this." He took it. He hit the thing 2 times. Pow. It just worked, man. That was how it was. You know what I'm saying? You had the one kid. He been around the block a lot. But here's the truth. That kind of ruins it a little bit, y'all. We was stupid. We was dumb. We was doing it when we was actually ruining our systems. Yes. The truth is that kind of blowing ruins it. A little bit. Just a little bit. Okay? Blowing into cartridges didn't actually fix it. No. Didn't actually fix anything. What it was really doing was just putting spit on it. That's what we was doing. All right. The real issue was a connection between the cartridge and the console. Right? As I got older, I could understand that. It makes more sense now. As you go to school, you start dealing with things, but I didn't know that. So every time you took the game out and put it back in, you were basically giving it another chance for the pins to line up correctly, and that's what made it work. Not your spit, not your air. But guess what? You couldn't tell us a damn thing. And I feel like you still can't tell me nothing. Because I swear if I go right now, hey, might still work. So all those years, we weren't fixing anything. I just want us old asses to know that. We were just getting lucky, y'all. We were just getting lucky. And it gets even worse because when you realize it and you actually look back, Nintendo actually knew we were doing this and told us not to. I didn't even realize that. I got older. If you look at the back of those cartridges, I want you to look at the back of those NES cartridges back in the day. Bro, it literally warned you to not blow into the cartridges. It said because the moisture from your breath could cause corrosion over time. Says it on the back of the damn NES cartridge. Never knew, bro. So every time you thought you were helping your game, you were slowly ruining it. You were making it worse in the long run. Yes, you were doing that. Okay? We thought we were geniuses. Okay? Now, if you really remember that era though, y'all, it wasn't just blowing into the cartridge. Okay? Let's keep it real. We had rituals. Some people, I seen a dude, man, one time he put the cartridge in, he go, this is what you got to do. He would push it in and out, like, I don't know how many times. It would be like, and you know, it made that sound for the NES, because every time it go click, it go chicka chicka. So he was like, chicka 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 chicka. Turn it on. And then sometimes it would work, right? But he go, here we go again. Chicka 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 chicka. Bow, right? You got some people who mastered the best one of all, which I love, the cartridge halfway down, right? Instead of all the way down. They go, put it down a little bit, watch. It's working, y'all, but they can't hold it there. Like, why would you do that? You can't hold it there. That was pretty idiotic. But, you know, the genius one, where I think everybody figured it out, and we all did at some point, people would wedge another game on top of another NES game to force it into place. This is specific to NES. You could put another game into it, and then that way you have one game on top of the other, which forces it down and pushes it down for a much harder connection. And there were the people who would smack the hell out of the console, like myself. I was doing that. I was victim of that, okay? I would bow, 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 cut it on. It will work. Hey, have you ever been playing middle of your game and then it freezes and you just go bow and then reset it and it just start working and you think you did something, but really you would have reset it, it would have worked anyway, right? Now, I have had the times where it froze and then I reset, it wouldn't work, but then I bow and it works. You know what I'm saying? But really, I was probably just helping the connection. I'm abusive. I'm sorry. I must be abusive. All right. But everybody had their own version of what worked. Everybody had their own version of what worked. That's all I got to say. And all of that really came from how the system was designed. The NES used a connector that wore down over time. We didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Now that we had systems like the damn Red Ring of Death for Xbox 360, we know a lot more about systems, right? But you weren't getting a clean connection every time. It became a hit or miss situation. That's why we ended up doing all these damn random tricks, trying to just get it to load. Trying to just get the damn game to load. That was us. Spending all our time trying to get a game to load. Now, I will say that there was some other things I don't think I mentioned. I want to add in the blinking red light. The system would just keep resetting itself, okay? Nobody talked about that. If the connection wasn't perfect, we did have some bullshit like that. We were trying to figure out. I know Nintendo had, what was it? Damn, I'm trying to think of it. What was it called, y'all? Y'all know what it was. Damn, I can't remember it. I want to look it up. No, I'm not going to look it up. But anyways, instead of just blowing into cartridges, you know, fixing it, we didn't fix it. It's a myth. It's bamboozle, okay? It's blasphemous. All right. Oh, 10 NES. There we go. It's the 10 NES chip. That was like to check and make sure you wasn't getting games from other regions and things like that, and it could screw up your game. So I seen people actually disable that 10 NES chip, and that helped your game run better. So that was one thing. You will keep blinking and resetting over and over. There was a thing with that. So nonetheless, y'all, I really brought up this subject to say we were dumb as hell back in the day. We didn't have internet like you young bucks got now, right? You young bucks got ChatGPT, you got Google, you got Alexa, you got all these other people that you can just simply talk to. That's it. And now that I said that, I probably just alerted every single one of them, right? But you have these people that you can talk to and get the answers. We didn't have that. We had our homie across the street, our brother, our sister, our mama, our daddy, our cousins, you know, aunties, uncles, you know, the guy at the park, you know what I mean? The kid at the park, the guy at the arcade, the kid at the arcade. Like, that's all we had. Word of mouth. So, that is it for back in my day. We were some dumbasses. See? There we go. Now, let's move on to the next one. Bam. Oh, y'all. This the one. Just for those who do not know, we put up a clip from Dude, I Got the Munchies last week. It did numbers on LinkedIn. Y'all, I'm not playing. Dude, I Got the Munchies does numbers on LinkedIn. I think it's coming close to Choose Your Fate, y'all. This is one of our hottest segments. We got to give it up. Gaming Going Wild, too. I can't lie. They're all just the top ones. That's why they continue to be regulars. You guys show it week after week. But, guys, this is Dude, I Got the Munchies. Yes, where we discuss none other but food, the latest food close to you. It could be far from you. It does not matter. It is the newest trends that is in food. Do you want to taste it? When you watch it here, you may want to. You might not. But we are going to talk about everything trending that is hot. The reason why it's related to gaming, because what gamer does not have a snack? What gamer does not sit here and have a Cheeto stain every now and then on their controller? Okay? What gamer does not see the chicken grease on his controller at some point? And that is why we got Dude, I Got the Munchies. So without further ado, let's get to it. Oh man, I couldn't wait to talk about this one. So first up, this is nasty ass cheeseburger, okay? The situation that came right out of Atlanta, y'all. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat. This is nasty ass cheeseburger straight out of Atlanta. A man went viral claiming he had a burger spot listed on DoorDash, but it was literally being run out of a shopping cart. Yes, you can see it here. It is true. Somehow it actually showed up on the app before getting taken down. So you can look it up on Google, but if you try to search it now, you'll see that it was taken down. But people are now split between respecting the hustle and questioning the food safety. I'm not gonna lie. I respect the grind. You know what I'm saying? I respect the grind, man. You know what I'm saying? I do gotta see how you cooking in the kitchen, though. I do gotta see how you cooking in the kitchen. I gotta see that before I order anything. Like, I gotta be there and watch your burger. But yes, y'all, this is nasty ass cheeseburger right here in front of you. So I would like to ask each one of you right now, would you order from Nasty Ass Cheeseburger if it was on DoorDash near you? In Atlanta, I would like to ask anybody in Atlanta right now, if you can, because we're going to clip this. When I put it up, please let us know if you tried one of these nasty ass burgers, and can you tell me how it tastes? I want to know, is it really a nasty ass burger, okay? Or is it a good burger, okay? Because it might be a good burger without no Keenan and Kel. We might have something here. So without further ado, y'all see it on screen. Nasty ass cheeseburger. He actually takes you for a tour around, right? He walks you around a cart. He shows you the grill. Looks like he just got a griddle or something like it. I don't know what my man got going on, but I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle. Without further ado, let's move on to the next one. Like I said, we got hot ones, man. I respect the grind, my dog, but I need to see the kitchen before I place that order. All right, I need to see the kitchen, okay? I'm just saying, I got to see the kitchen. All right, I messed it up, man. It didn't turn it on, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. I knew it wasn't going to do it, but we'll turn it on. Bam, there we go, and bam, there we go. Right, it should be good. Let's turn this one off and this one off, right? Nope. Hold up, y'all, I'm getting it together. There we go. Hold on. Bam, there we go. Now we should be back on schedule. I told you I got the Stream Deck. For those who do not know, if you press one wrong button on the Stream Deck, the whole show could go haywire, okay? I have this right here. So when I press one wrong button, I almost threw the whole show off, okay? But good thing I got everything back. We're back, okay? We're back on schedule. I got everything back to it. We ain't going to lose the show. It's too good of a show to lose, all right? So, yes, you see it on screen. I had to get to this one because this is very important, and a lot of people don't know about the Cinnamon Pebbles, right? Cinnamon Pebbles has been making its runs, and I've seen it in the store. I haven't tried it. Can anyone let me know right now, how is Cinnamon Pebbles? I've had Fruity Pebbles, delicious, but I want to try Cinnamon Pebbles. So, Cinnamon Pebbles is dropping a cereal milk flavored coffee with Bones Coffee, and it's supposed to taste like the last sip of milk after you finish your cereal. So I'm very curious to try that because everybody knows that milk after that cereal. Okay. It's a cinnamon heavy blend with a little vanilla sweetness, basically turning your childhood into a drink. So this one sounds good in theory, but I don't know if I want my coffee tasting like cereal milk, because that's my cereal every morning, right? Still, I try it at least once. I'm gonna be honest. I tried at least once. And I'm curious on how it tastes. I am a coffee guy, so I'm going to try this. I didn't even have coffee today. I kind of feel like I want a coffee now. Okay? So, without further ado, we're going to try this. I'll let you guys know how it tastes. Bones Coffee Cinnamon Pebbles linked up for this cereal milk tasting coffee. Let's see how it works. Bam! On to the next. Oh, see, we're good. Dunkin' Donuts is celebrating National Proposal Day by giving out ring boxes with a wedding cake flavored munchkin inside. Yes, they are. So instead of a ring, you're opening a box and seeing a donut hole. And they even tied it into a Vera Wang giveaway for a full wedding experience. So imagine winning a wedding ring all because you got a wedding cake munchkin. This, I'm gonna say, is actually smart marketing. I got to give it up to Dunkin' Donuts. This is like beautiful. Proposing a munchkin with this, you would think it's risky business, but no, you better be 100% sure. Okay, hey, you better be 100% sure before you propose. And they trying to let you know, hey, before you get a money, you need to be 100% sure. You know, like, I love the marketing Dunkin' Donuts, but I ain't buying it. Okay, that's just me. I'm not gonna buy it. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna buy this. Not even for the shenanigans. Not even for, hey, I got it to sell on eBay. Well, hey, if it's worth a lot of money on eBay, you might get it. But nonetheless, if you guys try it, let me know. I don't have the date details on this. I believe either it's released already or it's going to be later this week. It's going to be released. So when you try it, let me know. Do you like wedding cake cookies? Do you like wedding cake munchkins? Because this is hitting Dunkin' Donuts and you'll have a wedding cake munchkin to try, which would be perfect for all my wedding cake cookie lovers. There we go. So now let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Teamed up with Cup of Noodles, baby. I ain't gonna say Cup of Noodles. Let me get that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has teamed up with Cup Noodles to bring the instant fusion card to life, baby. They're turning it into a real product that you can now buy, and it looks just like the card artwork. Even comes with a special collectible version of the card. The noodles themselves, though, are normal. All right, I don't want you to get all geeked up, but that doesn't even matter because this is all about the collector value, baby. Okay, this is one of those things that people are buying to keep sealed. And I'm a person that loves noodles, so if I get this, I am not opening this. Okay, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusion, okay, with my cup noodles? Are you crazy? I ain't even a Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy, but when you take my cup noodles and you mix it with a good fusion, baby, we talking. Okay, so without further ado, I gotta say, I am getting one. I'm keeping it closed. I'm not opening it. And I'm a sucker for noodles. Okay, I love all different types of noodles. All right, I even buy the cheap little 40-cent noodles. All right, and be delicious, too. All right, without further ado, how do y'all feel? Are y'all gonna grab the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusion cup noodles? You know what I'm saying? So let me know. If y'all gonna grab it, let me know. I don't know. Hey, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Well, okay, so what the hell? We just getting weirder and weirder, apparently. All right. Skittles might have the wildest one this week. I think they have the wildest combination this week. I'm going to be honest. They've made a gaming controller that's actually a working flute. Yes, a gaming controller that's actually a working flute. I did not make a mistake on that. You have to use breath control and finger placement to play games. So it's less about button pressing and more about actual musical skill. They're calling it one of the most physically demanding ways to game. And most honestly, I believe it. Okay? I don't know how you play Elden Ring with a flute. I don't know, but people are doing it. And you're going to be doing it soon with the Skittles flute. Most people wouldn't last 5 damn minutes. They ain't going to last nothing. Imagine playing a simple game with that. You can't even play Punch-Out with that flute. Okay? You're trying to dodge with a whoop, whoop, whoop. You ain't even gonna do it. You're gonna lose, okay? But nonetheless, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the Skittles flute? Will you guys get it? Will you use it? Will it be good for I think it would be great for a musical game. If you do make a game specific for this, similar to how Rock Band could use the whole entire band, right? You can use the drums. You got different sets. It would be nice. Guitar Hero has a guitar. It would be nice if this had a game for it. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, my goodness. I just made myself hungry. God. Oh, man. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, y'all. Taco Bell is expanding its chicken lineup with... I got to take a breath, y'all. This is deep for me. Taco Bell is expanding its chicken lineup with a crispy chicken crunch wrap slider and a new Cantina chicken roll quesadilla. I'm not going to lie. The slider is a limited time item for about $2.49, but oh my goodness, it looks delicious. Hey, Taco Bell, if y'all making it like that picture, you got me, okay? For those who do not know, okay, let's repeat. The chicken lineup that Taco Bell is now introducing, they're introducing the crispy chicken crunch wrap slider, and they're also introducing a new Cantina chicken roll quesadilla. Now, the quesadilla is sticking around with double chicken, right? So that's a quesadilla with double chicken. That's simple. We got that, all right? But let's talk about the chicken, man. crispy chicken crunch wrap slider looks delicious. Y'all see those two different tenders in there. They just look so, we ain't got to say no more, man. I already know people are going to try it. I don't even have to talk anymore. People are going to try it. You people might as well, everybody might as well just tell me how it is. Okay, you might as well just tell me how it is. You probably tried it already. I know you're going to try it. The real question is whether it will actually hit or not. That is the question. Everybody's going to try it. Okay? Everybody's going to try this. If you don't try this, you crazy. But the real question is, will it hit or not? Will it be a hit or miss? And I need to know, is this a hit or is it a miss? Could we take it out? Maybe change the different flavor? Could you know, oh man. Y'all, without further ado, oh man, I just made myself hungry. That is, dude, I got the munchies. Woo, we smoked it. We killed that one, man. You know what I'm saying? Another one bites the dust. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Bam, y'all know this is product of the week. Product of the week, we always cover a new product. Sometimes I like to have the products here. Last week, I did this one right here. Okay, for those who do not know, Easy SMX controller. I believe this is the X10. Love the controller, man. I love it. Easy SMX X10. You can look it up. But we're going to be doing or talking about another product today. Okay, and this product, I don't know if a lot of people know about, but the product we're going to talk about today, and I want to see if I can go ahead and pull it up on screen as well. Okay, because I want to pull this up on screen for everybody. Okay, so everybody can see this and we all can be like, holy hell. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got one here. This is a good somebody's video. Oh, hold on.
My life.
Hush it. Okay. Ooh, I got the hiccups. So we're gonna go ahead and let's pause this. This is someone's video. Hold on, I want to give him props first. Let's share the screen so everyone should be able to, see the screen as well. I hope this works. Ah, damn it. Nope, it's not gonna work. Look, I'm just gonna. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna see if I can share the screen. Let's try this. I have one here. Screen window capture. Okay, let's see if we can get it. We're gonna do the YouTube window right here. Okay, it's gonna put it over everything. Let's go ahead and resize that. Okay, I'm getting you guys all set up. Now I'm doing this for y'all, man. There we go. All right, so now let's pull it down some. Okay. That's better. All right. So that's a little better. It's all right. Product of the week, anyways. So y'all probably see it on screen, or some probably see it behind me. But nah, this ain't gonna work. Let's take it off. I don't even like it. It looks crappy. We're just gonna talk about it. Anyways, so this is the ROG X-Real R1 glasses. I want to go ahead. I want to pull up everything in front of me. So product of the week, I want everybody to take a look into. And I want everybody to look this up because when it comes out, I'm going to get it. Even though I kind of already have the experience in VR. But we're talking about the ROG X-Real R1 gaming glasses. And the big headline is simple. You're basically getting, and I'm going to say this, and I want y'all to listen close. You're basically getting a 171-inch vertical, excuse me, I messed that up. I got to repeat. Hold on, let me get y'all right, man. Let me get y'all.
Round 2. Fight.
I got him back. It's okay. Round 2. We got this, okay. ROG X-Real R1 gaming glasses, you put them on. Guess what you're going to get? You're basically getting, okay, they said basically, a 171-inch virtual screen that you can wear on your face while you're walking around. These are the first gaming glasses pushing a 240 hertz refresh rate on a micro OLED display. Yes, or displays. I should say it's two of them, right? So you're going to be getting smooth gameplay at a level that's competitive to real monitors on the fly while you're just walking around. You could be sitting down. You could be anywhere. Now, the way it works is you plug it into your device, your PC, your console, or even your phone, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. All right, your phone. Yes, you can plug it into your phone. The screen just appears in front of you just like you're sitting in a damn movie theater. Yes, so you're sitting down, beep, screen just pops in front of you. Everything else is still there. You can also lock the screen in place using anchor mode. So instead of when you're moving your head, the screen moves, you can have it in anchor mode so it stays fixed. So you can turn and be talking to people, right? You could be doing other things while you're still watching a movie. I want people to know I've actually had that experience already in VR. You can't experience that on the Quest 3. But to have it in glasses coming out, oh, gee, shout out Republic of Gamers. I got to give them props on that. I can't even really I ain't going to hate. Usually I hate and be like, oh, it's already been done. But no, this is, 240 hertz is amazing, bro. I don't even have I'm lying. I got a good monitor in front of me. I'm lying. But it also has built-in audio tuned by Bose. And we already know Bose speakers are incredible. All right. Automatic brightness adjustment based on your environment. So no matter where you're around, it automatically adjusts for you. You have to do no adjusting. You can, but it automatically adjusts for you. And a transparency feature that lets you still see the real world without taking your glasses off all around. Yes, how much do you want to see the real world? How less? So if you're gaming or watching something and you need to look away, you don't have to keep pulling them off or looking away. You can keep them on and continue using them the entire time. Now, here's the part people really want to know, okay? Here's the part people really want to know. I'm going to keep it honest. I'm going to keep it honest with y'all. Y'all want to know the real thing. The price and the release. Let's talk about that. As of right now, there's no official release date, no confirmed price from Asus yet, but based on early hands-on impressions and similar models, they're expected to release around the $650 to $700 range, possibly higher if the control dock is included. Yes, they have a control dock as well that you can get. The control dock actually matters a lot. I want to let people know that. If you want that full 240 hertz 1080p experience, you need the control dock. Okay? Like, you can't do it without that. So I should have put that caveat in there. All right. Otherwise, you're running a lower resolution or refresh rate, depending on your setup, point blank, period. Bow. How do y'all feel? Are y'all rocking something like this over a traditional monitor, right? Would you rather play something like this instead of using a projector? Would you rather use something like this instead of VR, where you're able to already do some things similar to this? Or is this a must-have? Or is it just a niche type of thing? There we go. Product of the day, all G X Real R1 glasses. Dab me up, hairy knuckles and all. So, let's move on to the last topic. Y'all know what time it is. None other, the one brother, the dun-dudda. I gotta do this, man. Y'all know it is. Hold up. We gotta unpack this, man. The hottest segment. The one that we clip up, everybody. Yo, we got one right now. If I was to share the screen and show y'all would go, what the hell? We got one right now that I put up not that long ago between King and Zangief that went crazy. We got another one between, I believe it's Dante and Bayonetta. We got a lot of them that are going crazy right now and going viral through the clips. But y'all, this is Choose Your Fate. This is the one segment out there. You're not finding this anywhere else. This is the one segment where you only get two choices. We put some of the toughest choices together, and we have you decide which one. You can only pick one. You cannot be wishy-washy. You cannot switch to the other side. You have to stay stern on your choice, and you must remain on your side. So without further ado, choose your fate. Nice. Now, I'm going to see here for the vertical folks. Hold on, vertical folks. Let me get you right. I feel like your image is a little... Nah, it's okay. It's good. It's good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Vertical folks, you're good. So, first one, very easy. But we're going to go ahead and say it. So, who would win in a head-to-head battle? Lemmings or Pikmin? Lemmings. The reason I'm going to say Lemmings, this is not off any actual video game history. This is off my nostalgia. I've seen the Lemmings. or lemmings. I call them lemons. I seen the lemmings, and I seen what they can do. If used well together, they can do anything. I'm not sure about Pikmin. Pikmin, I'm not sure. I think they probably have a weakness or something like that. I don't know of many weaknesses the lemmings have besides needing to have someone tell them what to do. So for me, I think this is a very easy choice. There are many of them. They come by the numbers, similar to Pikmin. But I think lemons would easily destroy Pikmin, as all they need is a leader to tell them what to do. Pikmin, I don't know. Maybe there's something more involved. You guys can let me know. What do you guys think? But this one is easy for me. Lemmings, final answer. Bow. What y'all got for that, man? Pikmin? You know what I'm saying? Lemon, I don't know no history on it. I don't even read. This ain't that. I ain't trying to go researching all that. I'm going off my actual knowledge. I like to be schooled afterwards. You don't know how many times I've been, you don't know what the hell you talking about. You don't know someone, and I need that. I need that, man. That's going to feed me. That's going to make me get it right next time. All right? Let's move on to the next one. Oh, okay. All right. Now, oh, man, that's why. Hold up for the vertical folks. I see what happened. I see what's going on, vertical folks. I see you. Okay, I see what's going on. Y'all had the overlay on there. Oh, my bad, y'all. Y'all good now. Now everything should be back on point. And let's do the choose your fate overlay. Oh, we're good. Okay. So now you should be good. Your choose your fate, folks, should be good. The first one, if you didn't see, for those who didn't see, bam, there you go. Now, bam. All right, we good. I got everybody. The vertical, folks, you should be good now. Okay, I messed it up. The other one, we was good. We was good on the other one. All right. So, now, this one is a good one. Who would win in a head-to-head battle? Chris Redfield or Commander Shepard? Commander Shepard, very easily. I think Commander Shepard, being that he's traversed the galaxy, experienced some of the best weaponry, has some of the most advanced weaponry around. I don't even see how Chris Redfield entered this debate. Chris Redfield, I do not care. Step to the side while a real man show you how it's done. We should have put Commander Shepard against someone else. Maybe against the, what's the main guy in Dead Space? Right? We should have put him against him or something else. Maybe we put him against Marcus from Gears of War or something. But Chris Redfield, you don't stand a chance. Get out the way. Easy choice. Commander Shepard. It's you. All right. Let's go ahead. What do y'all got for that one? What do y'all got? Let me know. Go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, hopefully everything go right. Boom. We got it now. Bye, y'all. We good. Okay. So, who would win in a head-to-head battle? Siegfried from Soul Calibur or Cloud from Final Fantasy? This is one where I actually... I'm going to have to say, I'm going to give this battle to Siegfried. The reason I'm going to give this battle to Siegfried is one that can handle the Soul Calibur and can handle the Soul Edge as well. These are two weapons that, when used, I don't think at any point Cloud will be able to stop Siegfried. And Siegfried can handle them. They might take over for a little bit, but Siegfried can handle them. Cloud is a badass. Not gonna hate on you, my dog. But when it comes to Siegfried and dealing with this Soul Edge or Soul Calibur, I'm sorry, man. I don't think you stand a chance. Without further ado, Siegfried! Final answer. Way to lay him down, Nick. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Laying these down. Oh, damn. Okay. Woo. Who would win in a head-to-head battle? Batman or Sam Fisher? This is probably the toughest one for me so far, because Sam Fisher kills. Batman does not. Sam Fisher is one of the most trained. So is Batman. one thing I know is that I never doubt Batman. I never doubt Batman. So without further ado, I got to give this one to Batman. Batman is one of those characters that you never doubt. You never say Batman's going to lose. I promise you, every time you say Batman's going to lose, Batman wins. That is why I'm picking Batman. Strictly on that. I love Sam Fisher. I think Sam Fisher, skill-wise, might have Batman on some things. Okay, for real. But I just don't count out Batman. Batman wins. Like, that's just flat out. Batman also got skill, too. Don't get it twisted. Batman's really skilled. Batman has also faced, I think, better foes. So, for that reason, I just think this is a very easy one for me. But I love Sam Fisher. Batman, final answer. Smokes Sam Fisher. Boom. Did that one done. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Woo. Okay. Damn. Who wins in a head-to-head battle? Franklin Clinton or 50 Cent from Bulletproof? Are we really saying this, man? 50, I'm sorry, 50. I rock with you musically and everything, but 50, Franklin would smoke your ass. You don't even stand a chance against Franklin, bro. Franklin would run numbers on your ass. Franklin would stump a mud hole in your ass. Franklin would beat the brake pads off your ass. Franklin will give you a new muffler, bro. Like, you don't stand a chance, and I ain't gonna lie, 50 Cent Bulletproof was a man. He was going bang, bang, bang. Like, that was a game. I loved it. But I'm sorry, man. Franklin been through it all, man. He been riding on the back of trucks. He done big heist. You know what I'm saying? Yo, 50, chill. Calm down. Fifth, sit down and take the L on this one. You lost, man. All right, you lost. Franklin Clinton with the dub. Shout out to you. There we go. And without further ado, that is Choose Your Guys, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We had a beautiful day today. We did everything for vertical. I'm sorry on some folks for the vertical foods. We didn't have the foods in place like we were, different things. I'm going to adjust that. It was, I hit wrong button and I messed up everything. So that was my fault. Other than that, I see someone has redeemed a game on Twitch. Shout out to you. For everybody that's redeeming games, I will try to get to those games tonight. And if you want that on other platforms, you have to let me know. You have to comment it because I can bring it to other platforms, but I have not heard the urgency for it. But right now, everyone who watches through Twitch are able to earn channel points and earn games. So let me know if you want that on other platforms. If so, just write me here in the chat or write in a DM, send it to me and let me know you want it. Without further ado, y'all, man, we killed it for the whole stream, y'all. That is it. It's your boy Nick Moses 05. Yo, I usually take us out with a rap. So, man, let me go ahead and get to it, man. Let me see what I got for y'all, man. Let me see what I got. I'm gonna play a little something, man. Hopefully we do this. All right. What the hell? Okay. Baby girl, I love my video games. They know I never change. I'm gonna stay the main. This effing beat is lame. And I don't know why I even started to flow over this hoe. But I don't care. I'm fully aware. We took another episode. Yeah. Nah, I can't do it. This beat whack, y'all. I gotta take y'all out with something better, man. That was just trash. That beat is trash, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take y'all out with something better, man. I can't have y'all like that. Okay. No, we can't do that. Can't do that. It gotta be better. It gotta be something y'all rock with. It gotta be something, y'all rock. All right, we got one more try. If I don't get it, I'm just cutting it off. Okay. Let's get it. Okay. Nick Moses 05. We keeping it live. You know how we do. Do it for now and the mother loving crew. Nick Moses, hottest one chosen, Southside Frozen. Let's go. Nick Moses, Southside chosen, Southside Frozen. Let's go. Yo, I don't know. I'm out, man. Holla at y'all, man. I'm out this damn thing, man. We ain't gonna wait. Holler.